So Galway Hurling finally arrived in Leinster, but there wasn't much of a bandwagon rolling out in Portlaoise to mark their coming. Still, it was historic nonetheless. The visiting team arrived with their captain Ollie Canning not fit to play because of an Achilles injury, so Owen Lynch took his spot. Historic or not, Galway looked nervous in the early stages with plenty of basic errors, their opponents looking competitive. Damien Hayes settled the visitors a little. The Laois game plan was clear straight away. Eamon Jackman, with 15 on his back, sat in front of the full-back line, essentially providing a two-man marking job for Joe Canning, but they couldn't stop the entire full-forward line. 14 minutes gone, and Niall Healy had goal number 1. And 3 minutes later, the ball did manage to make its way to Canning. And the young full-forward buried Laois even further, at 2-4 to 2 points. But James Young got Laois into the game with a string of well-taken frees before all hell broke loose. Lots of pushing and shoving, followed by a lengthy chat between referee and linesman. And a red card each for Kevin Hayes and Laois's chief score-getter Young, with just half an hour gone. Moments later, and Michael McAvoy's late challenge on Adrian Cullinan earned him a second yellow, and so he was off too. And mission impossible awaited Laois. Canning, now singly marked, made it 2-11 to 7 points at half-time. The second half became a mild training game for the tribesmen, with their full forward line now with all the space in the world. The trio of Canning, Hayes and Healy combined for their third goal. Angus Callanan did most of the work for their fourth. Healy was involved again, and the outstanding Hayes added the finishing touches. 20 minutes still to go, and goal number 5 arrived. Niall Healy completing his hat-trick and adding to the slaughter. But mention must be made of Laois captain Brian Campion and Willie Hyland, who kept chipping away to help rack up a respectable 17 points for their side, despite the mauling in defence. Still though, this was about Galway and their Leinster and All-Ireland credentials, and they contributed a nervous start and a ruthless finish. 5-29 to 17 points, still a lot to be learned.
You know, maybe the weight of history and that maybe told them in the opening stages. But look, I'd much prefer that, you know, we had a rocky first maybe 10 or 15 minutes rather than, you know, going 2-4 to no score up during the same period and not finding out about your team.
When the man was gone in front of myself and Joe there, we were left open like that, and the ball in was perfect, like, so obviously the decision was bad. We didn't really have to work together. Like.
When you go down to 13 players against a team of Galway's quality, you know, it's going to be very hard for any team, in particular ourselves. But we battled very well for the first 20-25 minutes, and I suppose the sending offs did take their toll, obviously, you know.